Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. This show is in English. Este programa está en inglés. Questo spettacolo è in inglese. Se spettacolo è in inglés. Hello, welcome to this new episode of the AlexShow.tv. This is episode 307 from March the 29th of the year 2024. Today is a Friday, and today is a somber episode. It's a sad episode, I have to say it. Unfortunately, I have to share that Adam Booth, which participated on my channel when it was called Humanity Wins and changed his near or former names last year and in 2022, has passed away, has transcended from this reality. This is very unfortunate. I'm going to share a little bit more, and I'm going to share as a tribute to Adam a little bit about his story, his life, and our interaction. I met Adam online. Yes, I never met him physically. I want to clarify. He's out there in Manchester, UK. I'm out here in Mexico, so we never met physically, but we met online on a place that I'm very fond of. I shared it was my start as a creator, as a podcast maker. Wake in the Future out there on BitChute, the BitChute platform. When it was active, Wake in the Future has stopped recording as of July of last year, 2023. But when it was active, it was a very good platform, the comment section of BitChute. It was a great kind of little forum, little echo chamber that the viewers, the followers of Pat and Joel, we interacted, and some of us developed relationships. Maybe for some of you, for me to call Adam my friend, for me to call Tony my friend that I haven't also met physically, Jeannie, I do call them my friend. It feels that way, okay? So again, I have to be honest with whatever is inside me. So when I say my good friend Adam, my good friend Tony, my good friend Jeannie, I mean it, okay? Maybe for some of you, okay, you never met someone physically, they cannot be your friends or something like that. For me, it's different, okay? So I met Adam in the comments. We were clearly aligned in some ways, and I knew he had a channel. He appeared as same as me in Awake in the Future as a guest several times. I'm not sure how many, but at least 4 or 5 that I remember. Also, Pat and Joel were very fond of him when he was a recurring guest, because clearly they like him. They were good shows. Always with Adam, we had he was very into the out there, the sci-fi, in a good way, in a benevolent way, the occult. I mean, he investigated all this stuff very much. He was very well versed on ancient stories such as the Atlantis, Lemuria, all that. He researched buildings and old constructions out there in the UK. He was a very avid, very well prepared researcher. Whatever he spoke about, he knew a lot about it, clearly. In that way, Adam and I are different. As I shared, I used to investigate a few years ago. Then I stopped. Honestly, I go with my intuition. But in some way, somehow, I still able to talk about some subjects, not as well as Adam. So Adam was several times on the show, and I'm going to present a couple of examples here on this video right now. He was 8 times collaborator on the show. We actually had even 3-way chats with my good friend Tony. So it was all UK. Those 2-3 times we had the 3-way chat. I usually say Adam from Manchester, Tony from London, all UK tonight. Again, 3 different people talking about the same subject. That's difficult. And we had a great interaction, great respect for each other, okay? Definitely. So for full disclosure, I do want to clarify, and this is not a knock on Adam. I want to clarify that, very important. Adam and I, around 6 months ago, had what you can call a fallout. We diverged. We started going on our different ways, I think, as creators, okay? He has his channel, his style. I had my channel, my style. And there was a moment that, and again, this for full disclosure, they say you shouldn't say anything. 1 second, I have. Sorry about that. I had an interruption. I'm getting a lot of phone calls lately and a lot of interruptions, and I do apologize for that. I don't want to do it, especially on such an important show that I was inspired to talk about Adam and that, and I kind of lost my train of thought here, so I do please apologize. But as I said, Adam, we met on Wake in the Future comments out there in BitChute. So then we exchanged information, and also Wake in the Future was, Pat and Joel were great, that they function as a proxy so we don't share publicly on the comments or emails. You could send an email to wakeinthefuture@protonmail.com. That was public. They shared that on the channel. It's not, any secret. And they will connect you. For example, and say, hey, connect me with Adam. And they will ask Adam, hey, do you want to receive information from Alex? Yeah, sure. And we will be connected through Wake in the Future, acting as a proxy, okay? So great, Wake in the Future, great platform, great guys, Adam, Pat, and Joel. And, I met Adam, I met Tony, and I met Jeannie, and many others through Wake in the Future. So Adam and I started having collaborations, what is called collaborations. So he came on the show, and then, as I shared, we had three-way chats with Tony as well, and it was going great. And then suddenly, around 6 months ago, as I said, for full disclosure, I'm remembering right now what I was talking about. I'm sorry, the phone call was very long, so it really took the air out of my sails, took the wind out of my sails, and we went on our own way, in a way. Again, this is not a knock on Adam. He started to report and investigate a lot about wars and that, and something that I was not interested in. So we stopped talking. Basically, that. Nothing wrong with that. It's not that we didn't care for each other. I just felt it's very normal in life that you get along, or you interact more than get along. You interact a lot with some people, and then suddenly you interact zero. And that happened with me with Adam. We basically stopped doing collaborations. There was really no resonance anymore. So he went on his way, and I went on my way. But that doesn't mean that I think anything bad about him. I think Adam had good intentions, and he felt very important the need to fight the system. Okay, he was particularly very, very interested in denouncing or in calling out what he called, people that do very bad things. I'm not gonna say specifically, but you know what I mean. He was very into that, into justice, in this calling out of certain channels that he felt they were called what you might refer to as shields, or as gaslighters, and that they deflect attention from the evil things that happen on this world. Okay, so honestly, nothing of that is of my interest, and that's I think both positions are respectable, and we basically took our own way. And so our last collaboration was in July last year, 2023. I last heard of Adam in August 2023 through a few email exchanges, and that was it. I haven't heard of Adam for a long while. For different reasons that have nothing to do with Adam, I left the BitChute platform on September 2023. So I also stopped watching his channel and that, because I left that platform completely. Okay. Also, by that time, Wake in the Future had stopped creating content. So in a way, it was a clean break, as I stopped uploading both on BitChute and Rumble and went exclusively on YouTube. That I also haven't heard for a lot. So honestly, I did check back probably 2 times, I believe, that I had curiosity on Adam and on another channel called Wongo Wonga that I also followed there on BitChute, and also Wongo Wonga Craig, that was also on the show a long time ago in 2022. Also met him through the Wake in the Future BitChute comments, and so I was checking on both those channels, and Wongo Wonga hasn't uploaded in November 2023. Unfortunately, a lot of these good channels are just they lose the interest, and so I saw a couple short videos or half a video, whatever. So I knew Adam was still active. And again, he was very focused on this idea of calling out other channels that he felt were shields and gaslighters for the system. Having said all that, recently, a few days ago, I got the urge. I don't know where it came from. Again, I don't know how this works. Please, this is nothing magic. I'm not special. This is not from, I don't know where it comes from. But okay, go and check on Adam. It was the feeling. Well, go to BitChute and check on Adam. There's something there you need to see. Again, it didn't tell me Adam has passed away. It told me, go and check on Adam. And unfortunately, I see that the last video is quite old. Right now, it has more than a month. It's a participation, a collaboration with a lady called Olga, the Olga Perez show, I believe. And check the comments. And unfortunately, there's a comment from someone that I knew when I knew Adam, that they were close, okay? So I knew it was legit that he shared that Adam had passed away, unfortunately. So I went to this person's channel. He had a tribute to Adam, similar to this one. And I asked, hey, what happened? Okay. Not that I want to know the details, but when someone that you knew and you haven't heard of for a few months, you suddenly get the information has passed away, it's very normal to ask what happened. It's not, I don't see it as bad. Some people think it's something else, but no, I think it's we have to kind of know what happened. Okay. Young man, I don't know the exact age Adam had when he departed and transcended this reality. Well, he was probably, as you can see from the picture, which is quite recent, probably in his 30s, maybe early 40s, but I'm exaggerating. He was probably 30s, and even possibly late 20s. Okay, certainly felt when I spoke to him younger than me. So this is a tribute to Adam. Okay, Adam, I hope wherever you are, I know you still are. I know you still exist, and wherever you are, I hope you're fine, Adam. I hope you're fine, and I hope the stuff that you share with me about death and that, it stayed with you as you were living this reality. So we're going to see a 2-minute clip from one of the collaborations when we speak about death, okay? And death and what is the deception of reincarnation, as Adam and I agreed. And let's watch it together. Very interesting stuff. Hello, welcome to this new episode of HumanityWins.net. We have back my friend Adam from Manchester, UK. Hello, Adam. Thank you for being here again. And we have a very interesting subject today. Well, we're going to talk on the first part of the show, the first 30 minutes, about the soul trap. Basically, if that's not clear, it's basically what happens after that. We're going to try to explain that. Again, these are our feelings. These are our opinions. No way we can validate this. You decide if there's something to it. If something resonates inside you, there may be something there. But again, we're going to share our feelings on what happens after we physically die on this reality. Thank you, Adam. Take it away.
Hey, Alex. Yes, good to be back. I'm happy to speak with you again. Been a while. Nice to see you in the new year. So yeah, the first part of the show. So we're going to go with it's like we were just discussing off air a little bit how it's almost like a recycle kind of a thing, and really what would be the actual sort of like purpose of that, and also the actual sort of mechanism. So you kind of you pass away, then there's what you face with a tunnel of light, and then you believe that you are going to go to some higher realm of some kind, but really it's just a bit of a trick, and you just come back again. It's just round and round and round. This is what is kind of referred to as the soul trap, isn't it?
So as you can see, it was on the screen. This was from episode 157, I believe, from the 19th of January of 2023, more than a year ago. And again, this was the time where I was having collaborations with Adam maybe every month, every 2 months. This one was very interesting. It went on like for an hour and a half. I want to clarify, you're not gonna find any Adam shows on YouTube, but there are many missing, more than 100. And it's because with Adam, we will always eventually talk about stuff that is not allowed on this platform. Basically, let's leave it at that. I don't want to really touch specifics, but I'm sure you understand perfectly what I'm talking about. Again, because those shows at the time were not intended for this platform, were intended for BitChute and Rumble. We were free to speak a lot, and none of the shows with Adam were purely in a sense that we never touched for a few minutes those concepts. Okay, so that's the reason you're not going to find them here on YouTube. Adam was an avid, he was very fond of music. He was an actor for a while, if I remember correctly. I believe he did a short movie, and also he did some commercials and some short clips and that. Then he went into music, and at the end he was a DJ out there in Manchester. And I don't know, it doesn't matter how well known or not. You can see from the something about 2008 there on the picture, but I'm not sure if it's kind of a vintage thing or it was when the picture was taken. But Adam was into electronic music and that, and he was quite talented musician, okay, and really an overall great guy, great person. He had his ideas, but again, we all have our ideas. So as I said, for me, it's very important to clarify how I felt about Adam, and I always got a very good vibe when we participated. And then when we went our own way, it felt organic. When you have very strong differences of opinion, it's very normal. You detach, but in a good way, in a benevolent way. And we went on our own ways. So I don't make this a very long episode. I want to share with you another clip from another collaboration with Adam when we talk about urban legends and that. He was a great investigator of the occult, of many subjects, but whatever he spoke about, he knew very much and he investigated a lot. So that's one of the many things I enjoyed when having Adam on the show. Okay, I learned from him. Honestly, it was enjoyable. It was wow, I didn't know that. Those aha moments. Okay, so let's see this brief clip, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on this tribute to Adam Booth from the Sugar Tree channel, former collaborator on my channel. We're sorry that you have left and you have to send in this reality, Adam. Let's watch that video together. Hello, welcome to this new episode of HumanityWins.net, and we have back my good friend Adam. Finally, Adam, thank you for being here after a long wait. Adam from Manchester, by the way.
Thanks for having me again, Alex.
Oh, thank you for being here, Adam. And we have an interesting show today because we're discussing for recording, and these days that we arranged the chat about having a show about urban legends, let's call it like that, or conspiracy stories.
Contemporary urban legends as well, aren't they? They're more like modern sort of urban legends.
Basically, with the theme of if there's a possibility to imprint some kind of control or some kind of energy or something in things like videos, like books, like songs, like even a few words, like something like that will control a human being and make them do something. Okay. So I believe you have a couple. Let's start with yours. Then I'm going to share the one about the video I told you about, and we'll discuss some. Yes, go ahead.
The two cases, what I was going to look at is, well, there's the most famous one, which of like creepypasta kind of modern kind of mythology, if you will, or like, let's say, not even mythology, let's say urban legend, Slender Man. So this is the otherworldly creature that kind of kidnaps children and stuff. There's been quite a few horror films made about it and stuff, and it supposedly did inspire real life.
Okay, so basically, this is an episode I wanted to give it a spin. Of course, the most important topic on this show was a tribute to Adam, which I knew, and but you know, it makes you think a lot about that because it was amazing that I was speaking to a person last year in July that he was gonna pass away in what, 8 months after that. He passed away. Now it's March 29, but he passed away around March 10th of this month. And again, I kind of knew about this around 10 days later, and then I had to prepare the show. I had some inventory to clear, so that's why it's coming to you on this March 29th. But yes, it makes you think. Such a young man, great investigator, just a good around person, okay? Yes, at the end, maybe, I'm not sure what he thought of me. I'm not sure how he felt about me, but that's beyond my control. I cannot do or say anything about that. But, you know, it just makes you think, you know, how fragile this existence is, because we speak a lot that we're going forever, and I don't believe that, by the way. I'm sure of that. And he believed about the soul trap. So there's a pretty good chance that Adam beat the soul trap, okay? So he's somewhere else. That will make it that he went somewhere else immediately. I don't think he's waiting in reincarnation, in that reincarnation line that you sometimes stay there for years. But it's just a reminder how you need to live every day, okay? And you need to prepare for that. And preparing for that doesn't mean that you are afraid to live. Actually means you want to live. You want to live every day, and you are prepared for this day to be the last day of your life, okay? So living through that, trust me, opens up so much, because then you start realizing all the things you worry. I'm not saying you shouldn't prepare, for example, to be an old man and stuff like that, but with a grain of salt, because sometimes it doesn't happen, okay? And you invest so much in the future that maybe that future, as this experience you're having, is never gonna, you have nothing guaranteed. You go to bed one night, you have no guarantee you're waking up, okay? That's the way life works. And again, no need to explain. I mean, apparently Adam passed away from a burst ulcer, stomach ulcer. He was a young man, okay? And he never shared he had any stomach problems or anything like that. So for me, it was this kind of very fast deaths that are happening right now. In a month, his life changed. I'm sure of that. So that's not the issue. The issue here is this is a tribute to Adam in life. I enjoyed my time with him. I'm sure he had many friends and a family that cared for him, which are going through a difficult time at this time. And also happy in a way that I'm sure, totally sure, he beat the hurdles that we get after that, okay? As I say, they try to control us in life and in death. Yes, I'm completely sure of that. And Adam was completely sure of that. So hope you enjoyed this different show. This is the first time I had to do a tribute, and I tried my best here, and I didn't want to deviate the attention that this was about Adam. And yes, this was about Adam and my spin, my story, my take on Adam Booth that has unfortunately left this earth. Adam, you be well. I'm sure you're fine. That makes me happy. Have a great Friday. If everything's okay, I should see you back on Monday. Have a great weekend. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You're this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from touching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you'd like to appear on the show, please email me at kate@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very